Brother Asahn. He's handling the material from the Insight book, page 45 through page 46, paragraph 1. Adam, the terrible consequences of sin. Brother Robinson.
Have you ever heard of Ebola? You probably have. Today is one of the most contagious diseases in the world. There have been 2,105 deaths and 3,967 cases of Ebola in West Africa. Despite how bad that sounds, I know of an ailment far greater. In fact, Ebola and every other disease that has ever been is a result of this. It is called sin. It has an uncountable number of cases, and the death toll is catastrophic. In fact, every single human being ever has sinned. You might wonder, how could such a disease happen? Adam disobeyed Jehovah. Let's read Genesis chapter 3, verses 20. That's Genesis 3, verse 20. It reads, "With that, Jehovah God expelled him from the Garden of Eden to cultivate the ground from which he had been taken." As we can see, Adam was kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Paradise, happiness, and everlasting life turned to sin, suffering, and death. The disease that Adam started affects everyone. Therefore, everyone sins, suffers, and dies. Jesus had to come and provide a solution for this problem. Just how bad was this problem that Jesus had to fix? Let's read Romans chapter 5, verses 12 and 14. That's Romans chapter 5, verses 12 and verse 14. It reads, "That is why, just as through one man sin entered into the world, and death through sin. And so death spread to all men because they had all sinned. Nevertheless, death ruled as king from Adam down to Moses, even over those who had not sinned, in the same way that Adam transgressed, who bears a resemblance to the one who was to come." As the scripture explains, the situation was dire. Sin and death spread to all mankind because of Adam. And death has ruled man since then. When you're sick, what do? Make your own medicines, lie in bed and feel sorry for yourself, ignore it and go on without thinking about it? Hopefully not. Usually, you go to the doctor. Well, Jesus is like our doctor, and he will cure us from sin. How will he cure us? You can find the answer to that at John chapter 3, verse 16. And John chapter 3, verse 16 reads, "For God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son, so that everyone exercising faith in him might not be destroyed, but have everlasting life." What did it say he did? He gave up his life so we may live forever. Remember we talked about Ebola? That is just one result of Adam's choice to disobey Jehovah. Unfortunately, people will die from Ebola and tons of other diseases. We though, are happy that sin has a cure. Just like we follow our doctor's orders, we must follow the Bible's orders to exercise faith in Jehovah so we may be cured from sin.